Drummond Castle is situated about 2 miles south of Crieff. It was about 1490 that John, 1st Lord Drummond, was granted permission by James IV to build a great stronghold on the edge of a rocky outcrop on which Drummond Castle now stands. On passing into the inner courtyard at the top of the terracing, the full extent and majesty of the garden is suddenly revealed. Imagine the skill required to achieve this design and the dedicated toil required by generations of gardeners just to maintain this garden. An impressive series of steps are provided to enable you to get down to the garden area, and it's only when you get down to this level that you realise the grandeur and scale of the garden. Some of the flower beds are planted with red and then yellow roses, which repeat the red and yellow colours in the Drummond flag. One of 2 urns made from Italian marble came here in 1910, so these items are relatively recent. Other statuary is thought to have been brought over from Italy by Charles Barry in the 1830s. Two statues are set, one at each side of the garden. One is of a lady, the other a man. They are set in the centres of 2 parterres, having white quartzed edged ponds, with the gentle water jets making their restful sounds. The classical archways flanking the ends of the middle terrace and the outer gravel paths of the parterres incorporate carved masonry, probably 17th century, from a church in the Strand in London. Around the sundial base the ground is set in a mosaic of contrasting pebbles, forming black and white wavy bands, a design taken from the Drummond arms. An inscription on the shaft of the obelisk sundial informs that it was erected by the 2nd Earl of Perth in 1630. On the different sundial faces, the shadows cast by the metal pointers show the time in different capitals of the world. The dials also contain 5 pieces of verse in rhyme, now very much worn, in which the hours as sisters discourse on the flight of time. The garden we see today was replanted after the Second World War, when the garden was overgrown, preserving features such as the old yew hedges and the 2 copper beech trees planted by Queen Victoria to commemorate her visit in 1842. The garden contains a range of individual ornamental trees, for example the Japanese maples, golden elm, purple oaks and others now redisplayed against the smooth lawns or gravel backdrop, contrasting with the yews and hollies. Drummond must be classed as one of the finest formal gardens in Europe.